where you can just watch what people do and then copy. Most fighting games are like that, to be honest. It's very easy to just look at what Sonic Fox is doing and just do it. I shouldn't say it's easy to do it, necessarily. Sonic Fox probably does some hard things. But it's very easy to get an idea of what Sonic Fox is trying to do in MVCI by watching him play. His strat is just self-evident. That's true for everyone. I kind of like when S rank is above A, to be honest. I mean, player knowledge exists, I guess. He did that kind of late. Still got it. Rocket's kind of good. I was thinking that today while I was getting beaten up by him. That overhead mix-up is really solid. I didn't know how to hit mines. If I knew how to hit mines, I would have done better. Maybe just low short with both my characters would do it. I might be able to use smart mine out there, actually. That repulsive ray was doing pretty good. I had a new combo that I unveiled. That was kind of cool. I have a higher damage thing I can do with Chun-Li now. My Iron Man combos already don't really know how to improve them. Yeah, the smart mine into the low blasts. I got it a few times and I think I dropped it once. I made that combo up, so I'm pleased it worked. I could do Third Strike character guides in the same way that I do Street Fighter V ones. I guess. That's the kind of thing I'm best at. That's the kind of content people like from me. Those character guides. Yeah, okay. Truly understands the potential of a failed character guide. There's a lot of character-specific stuff I'm not super clear on, though. Oh, that's tricky. I guess I know a lot about Third Strike, so I feel like my knowledge of Third Strike is very minimal. If it's not Oro. It's because I know, like, if I, like... I know, like, 80% of, like, Street Fighter V Kemi from what I know about Akumi, you know what I mean? Like, I don't play Kemi that much at all, but I know a lot about her. But, like, I know, like, 20% of Ken of what I know of Oro. You know what I mean? I know a lot about Ken, but I just know so much about Oro. Because I have more knowledge of Oro. It, like, gives me a really high standard. Aura would probably be charge. I don't see them changing that. Aura has inherent charge in all his combos, so it's not a huge issue. The only thing you actually have to think about charging is the fireball, or maybe an anti-air EX uppercut. What I really want to do is chart B&B guides for the dolls, but I guarantee if I did that, everyone would be like, Baff, why don't you do something useful? And the Omega characters too in Street Fighter 4. I've literally written like 4, I've like completed 2 and written 4 guides for Omega characters in Street Fighter 5. I mean 4. But one, there's like no, I don't know where I'd release them. I don't know if anyone would care at all. And I want a bunch before I even put them out. I kind of want to, I think it would be kind of fun, just for a little while, to do some Omega Bath Cups. No, there's like videos, now that I'm sure you can, there's videos I legitimately should be making instead of that. Maybe if I like made a important video alongside each one of those. The thing is, most people don't know anything about the Omega characters, so it's really neat to see what they do. I've got to make what to do when you're up close, basically. How to frame trap in Street Fighter 5. I will probably not do Marvel stuff yet on SRK. Invariably, if I do Marvel stuff on SRK right now, there'll be a bunch of people like, you're just a fucking noob. I need to get better. I'm not an authority on Marvel by any means. I'm just a jobber. Like, I'm getting okay. I'm playing the game okay. Most characters can do better than medium light, but most medium lights are frame traps. The only really good medium light I can think of off the top of my head is like Ibuki, like stand strong into jab strong fears in the corner. Most of the time, if you do medium into light, you've either gotta you can't do another light from there. Most characters can't do medium light light. Yeah, medium is a million times better. Light medium is much better. The thing is that frame trap into crouch light punch isn't so good because even if it requires the counter hit. You can't just even if you get the jab to hit, you can't just combo out of it. Oh, he missed his. I don't know what the hell that was actually. He did like a weird Kara, but I don't think that would have even comboed. Oh boy, 2 Ultrons. If that was a regular jump, he would have basically killed Ultron. Oh, he went straight for the jam session. Oh my god, what is this mess? There we go. Oh, he could have killed so easily there. Hi. This is like GG maybe. It's so easy to kill a character right now. You should have gotten a light kick out. It doesn't matter if your normal comes out, you get the follow-up anyway. If there was a window there, all you had to do was hit light kick. And Dante would have been frozen even if he got hit. Medium is usually really good. Most characters, I shouldn't say most, but like half the cast. Probably more than half the cast have a good medium to medium frame trap. If you're looking for 4-frame frame traps, almost the whole cast has medium, 4-frame. That would be good, yeah. Damn it. Now I want to play Fire Emblem. I need something to do tonight. Maybe I'll just chill. Maybe I'll just do a Fire Emblem run. Maybe I'll just randomize Fire Emblem 7. See who I get. Maybe I could play a Fire Emblem ROM hack. There are a lot of really good Fire Emblem ROM hacks. I actually have one. Tearing Saga. That's the not quite Fire Emblem. I know about that game. Reality Stone is such... It's never a bad idea. It's so riskless. This is how I need to play. Just fucking float around and do spam Reality Stone and tag. Reality Stone is the best surge. Only power comes even a little bit close, but honestly, like, reality is better. Mind might be alright too. He should have, yeah, he needs to reset. Resetting was good. If you get like a combo from a throw in reality, it's just a waste to go and finish it. Or in any storm. So don't even bother completing it. Just reset the opponent. You're wasting your fucking valuable storm time on a throw combo. I don't need your $10. Just go watch the fucking existing 12 video. It'll be better. I promise. I don't care if you want to pay. I don't make shit because people pay for it. Otherwise, I'd have like a paid channel. Alright, let me find it. Time out. There you go, I found it in 1 second. This video is famous as fuck. Twelve would fit very nicely in a modern game. 12 was a victim of the engine. 12 could have been a Dhalsim in another game. 12 would like not need any adjustment to be added to Street Fighter 5, to be honest. They could just dunk him in here and he'd be alright. Hey, this is team, that's right. Prior to the Hager edition. Whoa, whiff crouch fierce into command grab? That's really cool. It didn't work though. Parries in general. 12 hates ground parries more, honestly. But parries in general. 12 is unable to parry while air dashing, which is his main feature. He was the Thanos. That was cool. Nemesis actually has some really cool depth. I don't know if he's actually a good character, but I had a sneaking suspicion he was a lot better than he was last game anyway. Nintendo owning Capcom. I think I wouldn't want that. All Capcom games being Nintendo exclusive. Sony would be very likely. Capcom's a pretty big company. Yeah, I lost my scholarship. I'll probably go back eventually. I was thinking about that literally today. I was like, what's my plan? I don't really have a plan because I'm like happy with my life as it is. I would kind of play Kellogg's versus Capcom. Even looking at this looks kind of fun. I don't want to play as Snap, Crackle, and Pop. He might have been able to do a light one for the second one. Reminder to everyone that it's now canon that, oh, that was a big punish lost. It's now canon that, Tekken, Street Fighter, and King of Fighters all take place in the same universe. Okay, I'm not so sure about King of Fighters. Strider's Street Fighter universe was already something that was suggested a couple times. Like C Viper knowing Strider Hiryu in MVC3. I think there was something else actually. There's nothing technically conflicting about the two. Strider takes place in the far off future. I wonder if Captain Commando is the same universe, Sector Z or whatever. Shit, dude, let's have an entire Street Fighter game set in Strider universe, set in the far off ass future. That'd be dank. I'll be reset into the fire. Why doesn't two turntables hit me with those? Cheap. This will probably like kill. That was a cool combo. $1 million is probably legitimately the best beam super in the game. As silly as that sounds. Even the little window at the very end is good. Because it lets you reset. But it's still, like, no matter how big your gravity is, your hit stun scaling, the gunshots will always come to the final hit. That hit. Maybe that doesn't OTG, maybe you need the little robot. Strider Strange is a really fucking wacky team. Especially with Time Stone. Strange, I think, is, from what I know of Strange's tools, he seems pretty good. I don't know if he's actually good. I don't know what his weaknesses are. He probably has some. His projectiles look very combo friendly. His combos in general look kind of good. Some of it looks pretty tag friendly too. The crumple is really tag friendly. The one hand beam, other hand beam is really tag friendly. That charge ball is real good. Would Jetta Strider be a good team? I don't know. Most pairs of characters work well together, to be honest. You can crutch really easily in MVCI. It's not such a hard thing to do all of your movement with one character. You know what I mean? If you have one character that can't move and one character that can, it's not as bad as you might think. You can easily keep a character in. And I don't mean don't tag. I mean more like tag twice. So I'd have a good instant overhead game. Nobody has a good instant overhead game, I think. I think his jump short is an instant overhead that's kind of good. I forget. I think he does. I've heard a lot that he's hard to block. What is this meme team? Ex-Nemesis. Yo, Strider instant overhead is cool, but what about Rocket? What about Chun-Li? Chun-Li instant air short. Having one character die before you hurt the opponent is fucking catastrophic. This match is long over. What does he do here with the time stone? How does this combo even change with the time stone? I'm sure there was more he could do. He probably could have at least canceled his upward rocket into a downward rocket and then held it until Rocket Raccoon landed. Uh-huh. Balls are cool, but how about beams? Play, Black Panther. Black Panther has cool overhead low stuff. It's not that his instant overheads are super good, I don't think, although they might be, I don't know. But it's more that he can be midair and then rapidly go low. So you can do a jump that's telegraphed, but then you can do like zip downward into like low short. That's very hard to react to. Black Panther can do empty jump lows from ranges or from timings that most characters can't do. So he has a good overhead low mix up. Most characters can do like most characters with good overhead low mix ups can do overheads most characters can't do. Black Panther's like in reverse. Dharma's extremely good, but I think he's falsely. I think he's doing better than his tier probably actually is, unless new shit is discovered. He's riding a false tier because he's gimmicky to fight. Black Panther has dank Rekkas. Rekka characters are busted in this game because Rekkas waste a whole lot of time, and anything that wastes time is really good for tagging. Dharma's maybe more technical now than he was in 3, to be honest. The flight is good, though. Or the air dashes, rather. If he kills Rocket, he's got a chance. He maybe had a chance to kill Rocket there when Rocket tagged out, but it was hard. If he doesn't kill Rocket, he's toast. Yeah, whenever you see like a meme team like that, you're like, oh, what's the trick that makes this character really functional? I'm not sure there was a trick with that team. Morgan's so fucking weird. I think I watched the beginning of this earlier. Let's watch this. No, wait. Never mind. Let's watch this. This isn't the one I watched recently. The one I watched recently was the fucking Red Bull Proving God. Three Shadow Blades is so weird. Do you tag at the end of that? Damn, that's humble. No offense. Elementary school teacher and garbage man in Kentucky. There it was. We saw it. Holding tag, and Rocket canceled the into the free level 3. This probably leads to a kill. He should have just maybe gone for... No, he didn't have a super. He couldn't have even gone for a baby mode combo. Oh, that was cool. Good pickup by Morgan. Can he tag there to pick up a combo, or is there just no ender? That's so shit. Alright, I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Morgan, not so bad in the box. Is that gonna combo? Doubt it. I think he was doing that to stay safe, but got surprised that he hit 2 characters. Cheap. No matter what you do, they say have a good have a good portfolio. That's step 1. Step 1 is actually do something. Step 2 is have people notice it. That's certainly true for all arts sort of careers. Have I ever beaten someone without looking at the screen? That actually has happened. It was in Street Fighter 4 using a wireless Mad Catz controller while I was out of the room. It was a very long time ago. But I remember it. It was with my friends who were at the time extremely bad at the game. If you can just space stone the opponent into a fiery trap, you get a guaranteed 50-50 on them between overhead and low. Spab, if you want to play, I'll play. That's probably a punish. I don't know what the hell he could have done with it though. Alright. Maybe tomorrow. That was cool, but he like stopped going in. He got like in a little bit and then he stopped. Why'd he stop? Morgan was covering him with the fucking missiles. Rocket's tiny. Maybe a bit too tiny. Is Morgan gonna die? She might. Well, that actually worked. That saved Morgan's ass too. I kind of want a meme team. What's like the best possible pair of characters for a meme team? Ah, yes, it is Ryu Strange. It's that one Toronto team. If I were like trying to make a stupid team, that would be it. I've seen Dorm Ghost Rider as a serious team. They're both at least good characters, so. Team Ow. Thor Ryu. That might be it. Frank Cap. Thor Ryu with Mind Stone. Ryu might actually benefit a lot from Mind Stone, to be honest. Because Ryu doesn't really have a super solid mix-up. Thor Arthur is a noble-ass team. Got a couple kings. Every time you use Space Stone, you get Space Meter. Stone Meter. So that's a pretty good reason. But if you run it, Space Stone is good. Doesn't really matter what team you're playing. Space Stone is a super good. Ultron is good in Space Stone because he can mix you up pretty well once you're locked in. And Hawkeye's not bad in Space Stone because he can attack you from a safe range that you can't move from. But like, the box is just really good in general. The main thing that really makes the box busted is the fact that you can't tag out, I feel. It like makes your meter useless too, because one of the best uses of your meter is the combo break. You can use like 1 bar to add like 1,000, 2,000 damage to your combo. Or you can do 2 bars to remove like 4,000 damage from the opponent's combo. And also all of the momentum they get from the ender. Yeah, Space Cube on when you're coming in after a it's probably the worst stone to use on incoming, to be honest. Reality's mind is not really, it's only barely better than um, coming in without activating. You just get the reaction time and nothing else. I guess you technically prevent them from putting up a storm in the next, who knows how long. The thing about Hawkeye is that if you put the opponent in the box, you can attack them and force them to block and then use a tag, and then like certain characters can kind of prevent you from approaching when you put them in the box. But Hawkeye can punish them from doing anything by shooting them with attacks with no mix-up. But then if they block, he can then tag, and then making them block like a triple arrow or something like that, or like a fucking lightning arrow into tag, or a gimlet into tag, can cover your approach with the second character. And then you can push your mix-up. Being able to attack from outside the opponent's max range is kind of good. Because it forces the opponent to block. Soul could easily get fucked on incoming. Soul and Space are like actively bad on incoming, I feel. Although it does depend on what your team is. And then Mind is just, it doesn't do anything. And Time probably usually doesn't do anything. And then Power is okay and Reality is good. Power's not even that good. Reality's the only storm that's really good on incoming. Because you can use it to trade so effectively. You can say, why don't I play like any game that I don't play, and then swap in whatever answer you think I would say for Tekken 7. I just don't play Tekken 7. I'm already spread thin between the fighting games I do play. Like, I only really play like 2 fighting games seriously, or like 3. I play Third Strike seriously, I play MVCI seriously, and I play Street Fighter 5 seriously. And then technically you could say I play like Street Fighter 4 or KOF 13. If people ask me to play those games, I'll usually do it, but no one asks me. But like, there are so many fighting games on the market. Everyone's always like, Beth, why don't you play Tekken 7? And then it's like, well, Beth, why don't you play fucking Virtua Fighter 5? I just don't. There's no reason. I doubt you even have Cross Tekken. But if you do, I'll play it. Been a while, but I still remember my team. I still remember how things work. I like Cross Tekken. No, I don't. I've never ever played Heritage to the Future. I don't know a damn thing about it. I know it's the basis of All-Star Battle, control-wise. That's actually a fairly good comparison. Heritage is VSAV, but more. VSAV, but harder. Dante's low short is a busted button. Why does Dante have the fucking longest low in the game? With no hurt box. That bomb is in the wrong place. The mine. Oh, there it goes. Alright, who wants to play me in this game? That's smart. When you punish with a super, you prevent the opponent from tagging out. That's probably a punish. Dante big ass crouch hard punch. Big ass hitboxes. Oh, that was punishable maybe. I don't know actually. I don't know Reality Stone on hit from point blank. On hit it's probably still okay. You're not supposed to tag like that. This might not kill. Now it's doing only red. You should still kill the character. Yeah, look at that. I was pleasantly surprised to find today that Chun-Li's kick super, her Hoyoksen, actually does go through fireballs, as promised. I didn't know if it did or not. I'd never tried it. But it does, which is kind of cool. Which means I should go and find some Hoyoksen combos. I like theoretically know a bunch. Alright, press 1 if I should go find Chun-Li combos by myself in training mode right now. Press 2 if I should watch dank Street Fighter or fucking fighting game footage on YouTube more. Press 3 if I should randomize some characters in Fire Emblem 7. Dank YouTube fighting games is winning. That's pretty good. I guess. I guess I'll find dank Chun-Li combos tomorrow. Smash is a good fighting game. Melee, that is. Brawl is kind of a bad fighting game. 64 is neat anyway. I like 64 a lot. I don't like Smash 4 either. Neat. Nemesis can't not get hit by that. I feel like the learning curve from every Smash game is really horrible, except possibly 4. The low level play doesn't teach you how to play at a high level at all. It depends on your character a bit. Characters like Sheik and Marth, the high level play is just a better version of the low level play. But then characters like fucking Fox, the high level play looks nothing like the low level play. Or Ice Climbers. The big boy. Wow. That didn't even combo. This is wasting some Reality Storm time. He needs a combo that lasts a really long time. That was I. Oh, this could be it. This should be it. Don't drop this. Oh, he dropped it! This should kill. It was a punish anyway, but I think it would have chipped out because he was midair. And he had like no health. Nintendo should just embrace the Melee community. If they made Melee HD with net play. It would be very popular. That reminds me of this recent Japanese tournament, the whatever it was called. Toho Shinsai or something. Um, they had like fucking the game variety was actually pretty crazy. They had Pokken, and they had some fucking racing ass game, like literally a racing game. And then they had a bunch of anime fighters. Japan likes their anime fighters. They had like some Japan only ones that are probably pretty modern that I'd never even fucking seen before. That was a good double overhead. Okay, I went on Twitch and I did something I never do. I watched a Counter-Strike tournament. It was pretty cool. I've always kind of liked Counter-Strike. I don't play it much. Well, I shouldn't say I've never played it much, since I don't play it at all these days. I've only ever played, I don't remember. I played it a long time ago. So it wasn't like whatever the newest one is, Go. It might have been Source. You can shake out. He could have shaken out there. He didn't shake out. He could have shaken out. But it was actually really cool to watch. It was like a 5v5 with two like elite teams. And I was just like, damn. They were being all tactical and shit with their movement. It was cool. I play a lot of video games. But I don't play that many video games these days. Well, I still do, but it's like I don't experiment that much these days. There was a time when if the game was known, I played it. But now it's like, if it's not one of like 3 genres, I don't bother with it. It has to be like a platformer, a horror game, or a fighting game, or I don't touch it. Or maybe a JRPG occasionally. Oh no. Fucking, I never see Nemesis hard command grab hit. The air grab. I only ever see it whiff, because the opponent didn't jump or the opponent jumped too high. Nemesis players do not use this regular command grab enough. There, he shook out. He can't hit the dummy. I mean, the other guy in the ice. Side character. Because he was facing the wrong way. Damn, why don't you just pick Reality Stones, Bab? I don't get it. It's not like there's a single team in the game that's bad with Reality Stone. Legit, I think Reality Stone is better than Soulstone, at least right now. Unless there's like serious development. I think that the ceiling is higher with Soulstone, so I think Soulstone will eventually be better. But you know, if you don't have the tech to use Soulstone with the stupid stuff, like the fucking decent combos what's his face was doing at Red Bull Proving Ground, Um, why not just fucking pick Reality Stone? Honestly, I feel like the really good ones are actually Hard Punch and Hard Kick. Hard Punch is probably the best. Light Kick is cool because it gives you that, confirm. But Hard Kick and Hard Punch are way more important because they control the opponent's movement. If the opponent's jumping, Hard Kick is pretty good. If the opponent's staying grounded, Hard Punch is pretty good. You can definitely, having played a bunch of people with Reality Stone, you can definitely control. You can definitely play, you can have counterplay against Reality Storm. There's a Hard Punch always telegraphs, and hard Kick does too, but it's a bit faster. Hard Kick does a lot of damage. I get a lot of mileage out of Hard Kick. It only takes like 5 Hard Kicks to do half your health, to be honest. Or like 4. Every Hard Kick does like a chunk. A Hard Kick would like almost kill Nova right now. But the important thing is it lets you approach. It forces them to empty super jump instead of doing super jump stone or super jump buttons or stuff like that. Okay, 4 of them does one over half the opponent's health. Look at all that red health. He needs a big combo. Oh, never mind, he's toast. This is like GG, honestly. I don't see this comeback happening. No, I did not. Graphically, it was more like MVC1 than MVC3. In almost every way that Brawl was different from Melee, it was worse. It had mechanics that a lot of people didn't like. It had movement that a lot of people didn't like. The new characters were lukewarm, but the poor balance like offset a lot of the new characters. Like a lot of people would have probably liked Meta Knight or DDD, except Meta Knight and DDD were like pretty good, or like Snake. Snake was really strong early on. I forget who's really good in Brawl these days. But a lot of the new characters were just like, wow, this isn't fun or fair. and then like adding chipping, a lot of stages. It took Melee and did its best to destroy it, and Melee was popular. It sounds like a joke, but like Brawl really was designed to be shit at a high level. That's like not even fake. That's not even made up. Sakurai famously hates competitive fighting games, even though he was, quote, a competitive fighting game player for years before he ever made a Smash game. And he did not like the idea of people playing Smash competitively. So he did his best to make them not competitive games. That big scary mine sitting right there. Reminder that the creator of Roller Coaster Tycoon hated people using it as a sandbox game. He said anyone who was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon as sandbox was playing the game wrong, and the game was about the scenarios, and there was no point to playing if you were just going to sandbox. That movement, though, that was cool. I wish I could move like that. My wave dashing is shit. I get crouch hard punches all the time. Reminder that Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 was programmed entirely in assembly. Reminder that when I play Roller Coaster Tycoon, I spend most of my time drowning entertainers. That one's not really a reminder. I think that with Meta Knight, they were kind of intending that he's racked up percentage really easily because he had a hard time killing you. Like Peach, maybe. But the thing about Meta Knight is that he only has like one kill move in Brawl. But the kill move is not actually that hard to land. It's his up B. And he can combo into it to some degree. And it's also very easy to make safe with like correct flying. Now I kind of want to boot up Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's a fun game. Next cooking with Beth is once I have something to cook. I already do. It's next time I cook. Dude, real talk, Hannah and the Pirate Cave is a Neopets game that's one of the better platformers I've ever played in my life. At least in terms of Flash games. It's cool. It's a cool game. And then the Ice Cave is okay too. I remember like begging my dad like 15 years ago to buy Adventure Quest. And now I'm just like, damn, good thing I didn't do that. I wasted money on other shit though. No, I haven't done that yet, but it could happen at any point. Me and Beth have cooked. I mean, me and Plump have cooked together before. I had a level 107 in Maple Story, so I definitely wasted my time when I was a kid. Even bringing up Maple Story makes me kind of want to play it, just a little bit. I get nostalgic about old Maple Story very, very easily. You might say at the drop of a hat. I've heard they've actually made the fourth job for Blaze Wizard now. I played Blaze Wizard for a very long time while it didn't have a fourth job. It was like the last class to get a fourth job, I think. And it was like years after they invented fourth jobs. For a very long time, the noblesse classes, what do they call them? What are they called? The Cygnus Knights. Didn't have. They just stopped at their job. Time to play. Oh, what was the Maple? What was the official server like server? Was it Maple Legends or was it Maple Royals? Which one? Oh God, I hope I don't open that up right now. I hope I don't open Maple Legends or Maple Royals. I hope that doesn't happen tonight. Fuck TF2. I've never liked TF2. I don't dislike it either. I don't have an opinion on it. I don't have like a history with TF2. The first time I played it was like over like 5 years after it came out. Okay, it probably wasn't 5 years, but it was during. No, I forget when it was. It was post Hats. It was like post that whole fucking Halo thing. Idling servers. What a fucking mess. TF2 was my only game on my old Steam account before I had this account. I think I got it once it went free. No, I don't remember. I think I had it before then. I never bought the orange box. I literally pirated like 4 of the 5 games on the orange boxes separately. I pirated almost the whole orange box, but not in one go. I actually played Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2 somewhat recently. And by somewhat recently, I probably mean like 5 years ago. But like, you know, a lot more recently than when they came out. I played Half-Life 1 like a long time ago. Half-Life 1 is my favorite by a lot. But 2 is okay. I like 1 because it feels more like a horror game. That was lost in 2. Yes, I played most of the Breath of Fire games. No, I played all of them. I haven't played Breath of Fire 6 since it's a Japan only, phone only exclusive. But I've played 1 through Dragon Quarter. I haven't beaten 2. No, I think I did beat 2. I don't remember if I beat 2 or not. And I didn't beat 5. This weighs more than me. Not mine. Looking real scary there. Ooh, there it goes. God, it controls space for so long. Things like that shouldn't exist. Super Metroid. Maybe. I haven't played it in a while. I usually play Fusion or Zero Mission. Mechanically, they feel a little bit tighter, but the game design is worse for both. Fusion feels very, very tight mechanically. Sniped. Sniper. Super Metroid has good silent storytelling. I think that's actually the thing it succeeds the hardest on. I think Super Metroid is an extremely good game in any way you categorize it. But of all the things that most games totally suck at that Super Metroid did well, it's telling a story without any words. I feel like if you hit Rocket out of him throwing his mine onto the ground, the super mine, he probably shouldn't still throw it onto the ground. He literally threw the mine onto the ground during a gimlet and then ate the gimlet, and then the mine was still on the ground. This might kill. It did. That was a good gimlet. Never mind, no, it wasn't. Ah, he had to tag before that. He should have held tag after doing the gimlet. Hindsight's 2020. I don't say this about too many games, but I think Metroid is a truly 10 out of 10 game. I also think that about Yoshi's Island. They're probably the only two games I would say that about on Super Nintendo. Although most Super Nintendo games are pretty good. The ones people still talk about anyway. That's weird he didn't tag. There must have been at least one hit he could get on the gimlet. Hawkeye is I don't know if he's good, but he's cool. He's real cool. Being able to attack from full screen is kind of nice. I feel like zoning isn't garbage in this game, but zoning is mostly unrealized in this game. It would take a very particular team to make zoning work. Favorite 10 out of 10 game for each console? I don't know. You can't just ask a question like that. I won't know. I feel like Yoshi's Island is a much more interesting game than Super Mario World or Super Mario Bros. 3, with like the egg mechanic. It also has very cute presentation. Mario World has okay presentation, but it's like, I don't know. It's been copied a lot, and it's also very generic. I think World is probably better than Super Mario Bros. 3, but it really, I don't know, it depends. There are a lot of little things that I hate about Mario Bros. 3. I feel like it's better in a lot of ways than World, but like the lack of quality of life stuff is so annoying. Being unable to replay levels and being unable to save the game is so shitty. I feel like that would make Mario Bros. 3 way better if you could do either of those. Mario World lets you replay any level anytime you want. It gives you a cool world map with lots of neat stuff. Yeah, Mario 3 is way harder than World. I don't have Overwatch. Plump, tell everyone about Battleborn. Is Plump even still here? I want everyone to ask Plump what day it is. Oh, he's not still here. Never mind. He bounced. Today's Plump's birthday. Everyone go to Discord and wish him a happy birthday. But don't actually say happy birthday. Instead, say fuck you, Plump. Everyone do at Plump fuck you. I think that would be bad manner, Apu. Oh, that was a good low. Damn, is it really no effort? I didn't know that. My real name is not so hard to find. Just find any Sure You Can article I wrote. Well, it's not really my real name so much as my government name. The command grab. I don't think you can kill with this. That wiggling. Get as much fucking corner carry as possible. I haven't touched Mario Odyssey, and I don't even know if it's out yet. A lot of people seem to be saying it's really good without playing it. My slave name, 187. I was just making a joke by saying it was different from my government name. Like I'm some kind of sovereign citizen. Do you guys want to hear a personal story? I wouldn't call it a private story or a gross story or anything like that. It's not a secret, it's just personal. Do you guys want to hear a personal story? Everyone called me Jamie from like when I was like, you know, a baby until like I think 7th grade. And then everyone abruptly started calling me Jim. And I didn't do anything to make people start doing that. Everyone just started doing it. But like deep down, I've never felt like a Jim. I still feel like a Jamie. Like I'll turn if someone says Jim. But like, I don't know. Doesn't feel right. Deep down, every time someone asks me my name. No, I don't care enough to like, I don't care enough to have it to like correct anyone. A name's only purpose is to get me to turn my head. It doesn't require correcting beyond that, you know what I mean? I have no strong opinion about this. It's just that it's weird that I never internalized Jim, but I never internalized Jim. It still feels a little wrong whenever someone says it. Jamie feels like my name and Jim does not feel like my name. J Squada. No, I really don't care. I promise. People do that shit all the time. People literally took a look at my name and they just think of anything they could say to get me to turn my head that isn't my name. I get Jimbo a lot. I've never ever told anyone to call me Jimbo, but I'm like indifferent to it. And I've heard Jimothy before. If I can tell that they're trying to get my attention, I really don't care. If I can't tell that they're trying to get my attention, I still don't care, but I think they're being inefficient about it. I'm just like, hey, you should like take a name that actually makes some sort of sense, that like actually refers to me. Like if you just like, hey, Paul, look over here. I'm just like, you know, that's inefficient. If you're trying to get my attention, call me Paul. Kihara confirmed for Goblin that lives in basement. Basement Goblin. People do that. People actually do that to me all the time. James is a name you can have a lot of fun with. What about Mikey? What about Mike the Spike? You ever get that one? If I knew you IRL, that's the first thing I would call you. Be like, what up, Mike the Spike? Why are there rockets everywhere? I'm pretty sure Michael is the name of an angel. That might be pronounced differently. It might be like Michael. James is the most common name in America. Miggy Muggy. Neat. Nice angel name. It's like the only angel name that got really popular. There's a few other ones that like aren't popular. Like I think Samael is one. And then Azrael I think is one. I think. Oh yes, Xavier. Renegade Angel. Angels are totally terrifying in the Bible. They look weird as hell. And every single angel, as soon as it appears in the Bible, they always start with, "Do not fear, for I am an angel of the Lord." It's like if they don't say, literally every angel is supposed to look weird as fuck, and they all start with, "Don't be afraid." Isn't that kind of scary? Isn't that just kind of weird? It's like fucking angels are like this fucking, uh, Lovecraftian ass horrors. Nice. The angels that, quote, work directly with God, the seraphs, um, have two wings that they perpetually use to cover their eyes. Or else they would witness God and be blinded by His holiness. Or some bullshit like that. They got a bunch more wings, but they got two wings that they always cover their faces with. The idea of an angel constantly covering its own face is already pretty creepy. But the idea that you can look at God and go blind is extremely creepy. Oh, he probably could have comboed out of that. I've heard the entire book of Genesis is just fucking people going around asking early tribes, "Hey, what happened at the beginning of the world?" And then they just threw it all in one book, which is why Genesis has like fucking 3 origin stories in it. There are some books of the Bible that are really, really good. The Gospels are fucking great. Okay, like the Gospels are great stories anyway. Nice wiggling. I'm not very religious at all. Although I do believe in being a nice person. Fear not hell, for if you go there, you will find yourself in good company. Isn't that a cool quote? That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be in hell, chilling with um, all the other, what's the term for that? It's like, virtuous atheists. I'm gonna be in hell with all the other virtuous atheists, and we're gonna be chilling together in eternal suffering and whatnot. I forget what the Catholic Church says. What happens to virtuous atheists? Most of Christianity is just like if you're a virtuous atheist, enjoy hell law. But I think the Catholic Church is like, oh, they go to purgatory, or maybe like the fucking zeroth circle of hell. Oh, purgatory's done. Really? That's just toast? I didn't know that. I read Dante's Inferno. There are circles of hell that didn't seem so bad. I could be frozen in a lake. That doesn't sound awful. Doesn't sound great. That's one of the worst ones too. I got baptized at some point. Nice. Score. I still got a chance. Yeah, that was a good light cake. That was a smart thing to do right there. I think the Bible seems to indicate that no one's actually in hell yet. Hell's not very much in the Bible. There's actually very few mentions of it. It's usually just called a fucking pit of fire, like a lake of fire. And there will be, uh, what was it? I forget. But what it seems to be in the Bible is that you don't even suffer eternally in hell. You just kind of go there and you die. It's like you die and then you go to hell, and then you get thrown into a lake of fire, and then you die again, and that's that. You're done. GG. Then you cease to exist, I guess. Doesn't sound that bad. I was already going to cease to exist when I die. To be honest, I haven't existed for a really long time. Like billions of years. It wasn't so bad. So if I go back to ceasing to exist, I'm okay with that. I'm actually very experienced at not existing. It was alright. Not existing. I could do it again. Ask me about John Rawls and I'll be able to talk for hours and hours. Yeah, I'll have you know I was particularly good at not existing. I didn't exist harder than most people. The younger you are, the more practiced you are at not existing. Think about it. I've got like a 50-year head start on fucking old people on not existing. People are so anxious about not existing once they die, but they never think about not existing before they're born. It's like shit, it's not even that bad. You already did it. Sometimes I think about the world and I get overwhelmed that it's the way it is. It feels like there's no particular reason for anything to exist, but I don't think religion would change that. I think that's a fundamental flaw a lot of people have with religion. A lot of people are like, oh man, the world exists, therefore God must exist. It's like, shit, why? I don't get that. It's like, oh, God must exist because the universe implies a creator. It's like, yeah, okay, you got me there. But like, why does the creator have to be God? Who created God? And then it's always like, oh, well, God doesn't need a creator. It's like, well, why doesn't the universe not need a creator? Why is it okay to just say, oh, this thing doesn't need a creator, but this other thing does? But like, also, anyway, I'm like sitting there thinking about the world, thinking about planets and shit, empty space, Earth, life, consciousness. And I'm just like, it's kind of weird that this exists. Why is there anything as opposed to nothing? What if all this is just a dream? What if all this is a video game that ends when you die? I wonder if it's possible. Oh, he actually did it. He actually did it. He killed Hawkeye. It's like, I wonder if it's humanly possible to kill Hawkeye right now. Good piss is better than jacking off. Hmm. I've definitely been more desperate to piss than I have been desperate to jack off. I remember distinctly one time, I had to take a piss so bad. I drank like a 2 liter thing of like drink. I forget what it was. It was like fucking fruit punch or some shit, lemonade. I think it was lemonade. And then I got on a 30-minute bus ride, and in the first, like, before I even got on the bus, I needed to piss really badly. And then it just got to astronomical levels on the fucking bus. And I didn't have my cup anymore, so I couldn't, like, piss into it, and it would have been embarrassing to do that anyway. But it was like a 30-minute ride, and I was fucking dying. Like, I actually probably came pretty close to getting, like, some kind of severe injury that day. I probably could have fucking blown my bladder or whatever. Probably could genuinely have died. Legitimately, I could have had a serious health issue. That's how bad I got. I felt like I was fucking like 10 out of 10 suffering based purely on need to piss. 9 out of 10 suffering maybe. Based purely on need to piss. For like a very long time. For like 20 minutes. And then I just needed to really piss really badly for the other 10 minutes. And then when I got to the school, it was on a bus ride from like at the end of like a band thing, playing at another school, like an away game. When I got back to the school, all the doors were locked because it was like 9 p.m. And I just fucking I uh ran to like the corner of the outdoor eating area, cafeteria, outdoor, whatever, which was like the most remote location I could get to, and I just pissed on the fence over there, which was as close as I could get to pissing down the side of the fucking cliff that the fence was guarding. And it was like the longest piss. It was like a full minute of pissing. I was like, whoa, this is weird. I was just standing there. You know you have to piss really bad when you don't actually get any relief for the first like 5 seconds. Or it's like just as bad. But then it was better than sex. I was not in percussion. That's a true story about me and urine. Being in band at all and playing fighting games, I feel like is a pretty common pair. Not only was I a tuba player, I was an extremely good tuba player. I could do about 3 octaves of tuba, which is quite a lot. The best players in the world can do about 4. And I was in the Southern California honor band when I was in 8th grade, and I was the first tuba in honor band, which means of all people who played tuba between grade 7 and 9 in Southern California, I was the best one. How about that? That's pretty cool, right? And it's funny because there were all these like super try-hard kids in my school who were like trying out for honor band. Like fucking Asian ass, like uh, uptight parents, clarinet player, flute player, bullshit. All trying out, trying to become honor band. And meanwhile, my fucking white bread ass, tuba, I was the one who made it. I was like, what up? Doot doot, motherfuckers. I think there probably is a correlation, but not particularly among the tuba compared to any other instrument. Having an understanding of being on key is the same no matter what instrument you play. Oh, hold on. Upper body strength you only need if you're like a sousaphone player or marching tuba, which I was for a while. I remember the song we played for Honor Band. Well, there were 5 songs. One of them was a cool song. It was called Rolla Takes a Walk. I'm going to find it right now on YouTube. It was such a good song. The kazoo solo. Rolla Takes a Walk. This is the kind of song where it's really fun to play. This is like a song for the band, not for the audience. Damn, what a good song. Toccata Rantella? I forget what it was called. Well, I know that was it, but I don't know how to find it. Is this it? It's one of the other ones we had to play. This one's really good. That's probably my favorite. God, this is a good song. That bass. We played this one too. Pumpkin, tell the class about what happened with Battleborn. God, I'm done listening to fucking band music on YouTube. What's this? Street Fighter. Knuckle don't. When is a key question, isn't it? That was a nice stand light kick for Flash or Sonic Boom right there. No other thing was gonna work. Yeah, EX Sonic Boom, real good against Laura. Beats literally anything she does other than EX Sunset Wheel from very close. I think the point of Apocalypse's question was that yes, it was recent. Yes, we paid for Battleborn recently. Gal has good options against Laura. This is a good matchup, I feel. No, this was like a few weeks ago. We paid for Battleborn a few weeks ago. The PS4 Battleborn. Me and Plum worked hard to make a tasty cake too, but it ended up being rich as fuck. It was very rich. It had like 7 cups of sugar in it. And a lot of that was confectioner sugar, which is very densely packed compared to regular sugar. Is this Kirby with feet? Oh man, I love this picture. It was like meticulously crafted to be as uncomfortable as possible. That's super. Did I post a cake recently? Because I don't think so. Plum might have. I don't even have the picture of the cake. It wasn't bad, but it was very rich. This cake was not so flat. It was very regular cake sized. That was a nice walk in. Nice. Oh shit, that's an idea for Nick's birthday. We'll make a cake that's like, you know, just a bunch of cupcakes. And then frost them all like a real fucking adult grown-up cake, if you know what I mean. This is the cake we drew dicks on. Oh yeah, I'm ready to click on this. Ooh, that's fancy. That's like too hard for us. We're dumb. Alright, that's actually fairly easy to do. That's pretty cool at the end of the day. Time to make an egg cake. I wonder what the greatest number of eggs you can put into a cake without it being utterly disgusting. I wonder if you can make a cake about that size with like 20 eggs in it. Yeah, like the kind of cake that Gaston would eat. Oh, it's me. It's my video. I don't have any advice. These are all true things about Dime. Oh, that's a good idea. We'll put semen in Plump's cake. I already have an idea for Plump's cake, but I can't share it here. But technically speaking, it hasn't been made yet. Legally speaking, the cake is incomplete. Daddy's Cummy's cake. Plump would probably actually eat a cake with semen in it. Although it might depend on whose semen. Emphasis on might. Oh, that's one I've never read. Daddy be nimble, daddy be quick, daddy has a rock hard dick. How do I pronounce that? It's not written properly on my screen. 1 cummy, 2 cummy, 3 cummy, 4. Daddy comes so much he can't come anymore. Ghost cummy, don't be scared. There's always more cummies that can be shared. Daddy makes me squishy, daddy makes me wet. Daddy treats me like his little pet. Send this to 69 true daddies, or else you'll never get any cummies again. One of my exes was really into DDLG. That was the girl who had like 4 boyfriends, including me. DDLG is that. It's that fetish that Daddy's Cummies is. I forget what it is, what it stands for. It's like doting dad little girl or something like that. It's girls who like being treated like daughters by their significant others. They like role playing as little girls during affectionate times. And I don't just mean sex, but also I mean sex. Every time I read Daddy's Cummies, I think of her. I still have her on Skype. Every now and then I'm like, what up? Nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Stick 'em up. That's right. This is a robbery. Hand over the cummies and no daddy gets hurt. Send this to your naughtiest little partners in crime, and you'll get sacks of cummies. Get 5 back, you're squishy little rebel without a cause. Get 10 back, you're a career cummy criminal, busting all the daddy's banks. Get 15 back, you're a little fat cat with mad stacks of cummies. Get 20 back, you're the cummy queen. Hmm. I remember when there was only one cummy copy pasta. Now there's a bunch. And what a wonderful thing. If you come with the X, it'll kill. Because he had the V-skill charge too. I didn't know Pogchop played this game. Doesn't he play like NetherRealm? Oh, that one's potent. I've seen that one on Daddy's little fidget spinner. When Daddy feels horny, he lifts me up and puts me on his huge cock, and I spin and spin. Whir. Hmm. Why does Nick Kelly have like a 3-frame B trigger? Javits had a good post on Twitter today. He asked uh what kind of V skill Balrog could possibly have that would be better than his existing V skill. And it made me realize Balrog is basically completely built around his V skill. It's like a command dash that keeps charge, which is already good. It goes through fireballs, which is good. It lets you keep plus frames on a lot of shit. You get your +2 enders or whatever, which is good. It gives you a whole bunch of juggles to get really high damage off of EX, which is good. It gives you an overhead, which is very important for your mix-up game, which is good. It's like, what else could you possibly ask for from a V skill? He could have extended that combo actually with 2 mirrors. A lot of people don't know their 2 mirror combos, but this is a good example of why it's good to know your 2 mirror combos. That was a punish on the jump. That was a good EX headbutt. It was a really slow jump. They couldn't safe jump that one. Hit him before he hit the ground to be empty jumped. Yum! Oh, he didn't do the charge. Saw it. Oh no. Isn't there a combo there? Can't you like do EX headbutt, EX tackle one hit into mirror? Couldn't he have killed from that? I don't remember what the ender is. You get like a pretty small combo from the EX tackle into mirror on an airborne opponent, I think, but I don't remember how much. But I'm pretty sure he could have done something to make a kill combo out of that. You definitely need to know what you're doing to play Urian. If you're playing Stay and Fierce, you don't need to know what you're doing. But Urian's actually a character who benefits a lot from tech. Be more accurate to say Urian doesn't need to know what the opponent's doing, which is maybe somewhat accurate. Any character with like setups or set play cares less about what the opponent's doing than most characters. Like Laura or Ibuki. Why is there so much goddamn set play in this game? That was nice. Saw the counter hit. Got the max damage. I think you get it towards strong there if you get the right head of tackle. He didn't get it. I think he's missed that a few times actually. Oh no. That's more unsafe now. This one is Dreamhack Denver. It actually doesn't say in the name of the broadcast. Dickember. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it again. I like how these rhyme. Generally, anyway. I'll have you know that Denver is not that far away from, Okay, I lied. It's far away from everything. I was gonna say Evo, but like shit. The fucking Western US is so huge. I'm closer to Vegas than fucking Denver is, I bet. Dashing into block. Oh, that might be it. I play this matchup a lot. Not a whole lot, but some. It was before it really got cemented. I thought it was probably bad for Laura then. Um, it's probably not so different now from what it was then. I played it during season 1. Laura got buffed and the buffs help her in this matchup a bit, but Geef also got buffed and the buffs help him a bit. But the real fundamental issue is that Laura neutral gets a little bit nullified by Geef Crouch Jab. And her mix-up gets a little nullified by Geef's damage and health. Tentatively call it a bad match. Tentatively call it Geef's favor. Oh my god, why didn't you just come down attacking? Stupid. Oh yeah, grab the backdash. That's cool, but like, no, that's cool. I'm down with air SPD to catch backdash. It's the most rewarding thing you can get there. I feel like it's an unnecessary risk. I feel like almost any time Geef can go for jump command grab predicting a backdash or jump away, he could just do towards fierce, and towards fierce is good on block. But also it punishes jump away and it punishes backdash. I feel like air SPD is just utterly nullified by towards fierce in that kind of context. But he did it and it worked. Can't fault that. Nice counter poke. That requires a bit of precision. Not a whole lot, but some. To be in range where you can punish with stand hard kick but not get hit, not block the stand fierce. That was nice. That was a really good whiff punish. Semi-medium kick from Laura is one of the best whiff punishing buttons in the whole game. People say you can't whiff punish in this game, but that's because I don't have god buttons like Laura does. You shouldn't even hit heavy normals in this matchup, honestly. Crash jab is enough. Oh, that was the right read, probably. He just mistimed. This should do a lot. I don't think it'll kill. Oh, that was weird. Oh, he could have killed with super, couldn't he? Oh, I think that's what he did. I think he tried for super. He did a very strange combo. He did like stay and fierce into low short. But I think you can do stay and fierce link super, right? Stay and fierce is like +4 or whatever. I think the low short was a failed super. Damn, that sucks. That was good awareness to go for that, if that is indeed what he was going for. That's a combo that most people wouldn't really need, except in that very specific scenario of being up around and being in a situation where the super's gonna kill. And having a super. Oh my god. I saw that. I would have jumped out. Damn, that's the worst feeling. When you like super narrowly lose a round to Geef, and then you get smacked by Geef. It's like even when I made the round where I made the right reads, I got smacked. Or not smacked, but you know. I feel like Geef every now and then will just body anyone. If he's right. Luck-based character, there I said it. It depends on who you play. Certain characters can nullify the luck aspect of Geef. And by nullify, I mean avoid giving him the opportunities to get them. Huh? That was good. That was risky. I like it. That was really hard to win. Laura can attack very safely without opening herself up to crutch jab. Like, really. Yeah, starting hard kick is a really good response to Laura's fireball. It works at most ranges. Hard kick always wins. Unless it's like a fully uncharged fireball. And even on hit, a fully uncharged fireball is shitty. He quick stood there. That setup relies on the opponent not quick standing. Because they're not expecting for Laura to drop the combo. Whoa, I went too far. Crutch, jab, crutch. I mean, crutch strong, stand strong. Yeah, look at that. And the juggle. Low strong has struggle potential for some bizarre reason. Okay, I know why. It's because they wanted to give him light Tatsu into low strong like he had in Street Fighter 4, but they also want light Tatsu to be a JP1 instead of a JP0. Because JP0 light Tatsu would be really good in this game. So the obvious solution is to just give low strong juggle potential. I think he had a combo there. This is a matchup where Demon Flip is real good. Urian doesn't have a consistent answer for it. He does, but he can't like it's not something you can do on wake up, and it's something he needs to do on reaction pretty quickly. It's jump strong. Jump strong is a good response to demon flip. But you have to like jump almost as soon as you see the demon flip. That's probably gonna get the crouch fierce. Huh? It wasn't close enough? Nice. 100% success rate on that. The single hit confirm of low forward into medium Tatsu is getting real popular these days. I've never learned that. It's real good. Well, it's not real good, but it's nice. It's a lot better than crouch medium kick by itself anyway. You get an entire like extra 80 damage. I don't even think it's 80. It's not very much, but it's better than not doing it. Medium Tatsu if you're not getting the first hit is not so good. Medium Tatsu if you're getting the first hit is one of the better special moves in the game. Ooh, look at that. Good block. Yeah, your instant hard kick does nothing here, and his crouch fierce also does nothing. You can't anti-air with those against Steam Flip. Urian has to solve a mix-up to anti-air. It looked like he was standing charging a hard kick here. Flash needs to change the way he's playing. Like a lot. He's getting caught committing a lot. That was cool. Although it was a read, it was not going to be 100% consistent. Oof, rare footage. I'm going to commit towards strong. Real hard to whiff punish the slide. The slide is real good in this game. The slide might low-key be the best follow-up. Uh-oh. Cross under. No, I guess Urian doesn't want to if he wants to burn a bar, which he usually does. He can just jump. Jump light kick or jump strong. Jump back light kick or jump strong. We'll beat everything except jump instant air EX fireball. Or like horribly risky things. Anti-air jump is pretty good against Akuma. Better than people give it credit for. Ooh, counter hit. Could have had same medium kick. Oh my. Oh, why did he do that? Why did he do jab? He didn't have a super precise position. Oh yeah, can't you EX DP between the two hits of EX tackle? I forgot that. I would never go for that in a real match, probably. I might. Probably not, though. But isn't that a thing? It's like not quite a true block string by like one frame. They might be range dependent. Parry? Akuma's parry is like third frame, I think. You need a decent window in order to be able to get that in the middle of a tackle. Oh, it's a close tackle that you can break. That makes more sense, actually. Ah. That wasn't an input error. That's what he wanted. I'm surprised it didn't work. It looked like he was doing anti-air stand fierce. What's up with that? That's a headbutt. Headbutt's pretty good. Trades favorably. He probably had an EX tackle there, but I don't blame him not going for it. Yeah, light headbutt. Oh, he did a neutral jump. That would have worked. It's kind of risky to go for when it comes in V-trigger, because jump air fireball is something that Akuma can do that's low risk. And that beats jumps. Anti-air jump is not good against that. It's good against everything else. I just hold that in like every matchup. If Akuma's got V-trigger, I hold that. Why was it a neutral jump? Why wasn't it a towards jump? I like that he went for that. The timing looked good. It's just the angle was horrible. He keeps on doing charge stand fierce and neutral, and he keeps on getting jumped in on. I think he needs to fucking adapt to his opponent. Okay, that's a bit better against Nikali than Akuma. And by a bit, I mean a lot. Nikali only has one thing to fuck that up, and it's bad on its own. That's another jump in on a charge stamina house. It keeps happening, dude. I like Strider's Laura. Just going straight for the fucking... Ooh, neat. Going straight for the EX, I mean for the command grabs. Yeah, how about that? How about having 4-frame normal Skeef? He was okay with the trade with Strider. That's the -1 setup, I think. So Laura, using her 3-frame normal, can force a trade with a 4-frame normal. Oh. This won't kill. Huh? Why did you jump roundhouse instead of jump headbutt? It would work there. Just don't get counter hit. Wow, that was a good... Wow. That really picked up. Towards fierce on reaction to that fireball hitting. And a hit in time. GG. What is Geef after light SPD 4 dash? I thought it was like -4 or something. Can Laura really fuck him up for that? I can't think of anything she can even hit him with besides like low short. Because he's still kind of far away, isn't he? -2. Better than I thought. Oh, I just had a vivid flashback to me fighting Slain Man. That was a good whiff punish. Me fighting Slain Man, and he did light SPD dash in, and I did stand short, and it whiffed. My 3-frame normal did not go far enough to hit him. Memories. And then he SPD'd me out of my stand short. It's not fair. He's repping the SPD a lot. A lot more than most people do. Laura gets fucked up by Geef if she makes a read on an SPD and he jumps out. Especially if Nisha jumps. If Geef Nisha jumps at an SPD, he gets headbutt into 70% dizzy. I like that he's not stopping. If you dizzy with Sunset Wheel on a cornered opponent, you can do a slight back step, fully charged, I think medium fireball? Or it might be fully charged hard fireball. And then you do hold towards V-skill, and you'll get the V-skill step forward into first available frame, flip kick, and then the fireball hits, and then you can do stuff, Stand Fierce. Does quite a lot of damage. Laura has really crazy damage optimization. Laura can get like match applicable 700 damage combos if she dizzies you with a command grab. But of course, you know that usually doesn't matter because you don't need 700 damage if you even get a dizzy. But still, so you can get like 500 damage 1-bar combos, which is actually kind of a big deal because you can dizzy someone in 500 damage, and then for a 1-bar you can kill them. Nice combo. That's very important for Laura. That one is too. That one's harder. Stand jab, cut strong, on counter hit reacts with A cancel. Nice. It's clean. Oh my god, whiff punishes. I never ever did that as Laura. I only ever whiff punished that with Samurai. Seeing it whiff punish with Stand Fierce makes me feel like a fool. It's like, shit, I would have been doing that. That's way better. Keeps on doing these Stand Fierces that he has no business doing. Oh my god. Cannot be wrong. Hey, Strider has a good lore. I've seen it before and I liked it before. My favorite lore is Idom. I don't know if he's the best one, but he's the best one to me. Idom has the best fireballs of any lore by a pretty generous margin. I don't know if he's the best Laura, but he does have the best fireballs. Why is he playing Cammy actually? I think I've seen this before. No, I've seen Kareem before. No, maybe. It's not like Guile does badly here. So he probably is just like fucking around. Cammy's okay here, I think. I think Cammy probably beats Mika pretty well. Well, not pretty well, but like probably like 5.5, 4.5 or something. Well, nice. That was cool. That's cool. Does that really work? I don't know if I've seen that combo. You can do towards Stand Fierce crush counter into a fully charged Diamond House. But I almost never see lower players do that. More often they just do forward dash into another towards Fierce. But the juggle situation is actually very similar at the end of it. And I think charged Diamond House does more damage. There's probably some other intricacy that makes it different, that makes it better to do than this backdash. I would have let her bounce off the wall. Suppose he went for that low short. He had the shooting peach to combo out of that thing. Stand Strong is a really good button on Mika. Her Stand Fierce is nice too, but Stand Strong, holy shit. That is a nice normal. There are no downsides to that normal. Combos on hit, on reaction, into decent damage. Not a whole lot. It's actually pretty poor damage, I guess. It's 3-frame frame trap from a jab, I think. It's like a 5-frame normal, I think. Real nice normal. Range isn't so great, but it's good enough for a quick medium. It's not like it's not out of the normal realm for a fast medium. It's like better than Balrog Stand Strong anyway. On the ground, that is. I love this combo. EX Shooting Peach, and then the Nadeshko hits, and then Mika hits. That's like my favorite Nadeshko combo. Crouch medium kick, Nadeshko from the front. EX Shooting Peach. Oh my lord. Make it stop. Yeah, he didn't cancel the super. That was definitely the right play. Alright, that's okay. Didn't even need the super cancel, but I do find it curious that he didn't go for it. Knuckledeer is probably feeling extremely confident, which is why there's a Kemi on the screen. He's probably like, I know literally everything there is to know about Mika, which he probably does. And he's probably like, I'm in winners, so if I fall down to losers, I can just try then. And I can't blame him, honestly. That was a weird combo to go for there. But it might have been optimal. Pretty sure he was close enough to go for Strong Fierce, which has a much better combo from V-Trigger. He probably actually did. Oh no. Imagine if Kami Super was mid-air only, but it still worked from like DP and Spiral Arrow. Imagine if you had to Tiger Knee your anti-fireball supers. I think low forward probably would have whiff punished that Splat. Splat's not so hard to whiff punish. And I think on block it's -5. And on block it's usually pretty close. Like in the range where lights will hit. Look at that timer. Knuckle actually needs to land a hit like now. Now it's really hard. No, even with like only throws, it's not enough. Yeah. Here's the guile. This matchup is good. I've played it as guile. It's hard for Mika. Solid 6-4, maybe worse. It's 3 frames up close, but even to travel full screen it takes not very long. Even getting the super to be 3 frames is impossible most of the time. It gets its active frames really early. So if you're hitting someone in front of you, it takes like 4 or 5. If they're grounded. If it's full screen, it probably takes somewhere in the realm of like 7 or 8. Or like 9 or 10. Somewhere in that general territory. It's still fast as fuck. It takes kind of a long time for a jab to fully whiff. Probably something like 12 frames. Startup plus active plus recovery. There's no human way you could react to a jab and then super and then still punish the jab. Unless it's like a really shit jab. But like, you know, if you're trying to react to anything, if you're trying to wait for the opponent to do literally anything at all before you super. Maybe it's possible. I don't know, I'm still a little bit on the fence. Dekamara probably just matched like a scrub and got lucky. Knuckle Dude looks so solid against fucking Mika. This is like, knows the player a little bit from him already having that. Like, he knows how this Mika works, but the Mika doesn't know how his guile works. And then he plays Mika a shit ton, and then he's a really good player too, and then it's a bad matchup. That's pretty potent. I can't see Knuckle Dude losing this. Unless Pavocado gets like super lucky. Nice. Oh, Catch Fierce got stuffed. I think he had down charge. I'm surprised he didn't go for the light uppercut. That's nice. He burned a lot of E-trigger real quick. Yeah, that worked pretty nice. Can't even complain. Cannot even hate. Nice. Yeah, look at that. That was cool. He covered his approach with the jump in using the V skill, and then he covered by using the jump in. He got instant overhead using the fuzzy guard. Yeah, and against Mika in general, it's better to get thrown than the alternative. It's better to force Mika to keep on throwing because throwing is the risky option for her. I mean, if it works, I don't think it's ever really a bad decision. Oh, he needed that bad. But I think it's the right idea for Knuckle Dude to just like take the throws and just have good defense otherwise. That was -4 there, but Akuma couldn't do anything from that range. Akuma doesn't have a 4 normal that goes that far. Akuma's lights all go about the same range, I think. I think the low short goes the farthest, but of course you can't do anything with that one. The other three are all about pretty similar. So it's not super, you know. He gets good follow-ups from lights anyway, so it's okay. Ooh. Laura can actually still hard elbow a jump air fireball like that. But she has to do it kind of early, but there's no downside to doing it early. Hard fireball is pretty good against Akuma. I mean hard elbow. Catches pretty much everything. Ooh. I think EX Brimstone does like a significant amount less damage, but of course you'd much rather have the Oki than the damage in that context. Most like crouch light kicks are actually pretty nuts. I shouldn't say most, but a decent number. But they're balanced very much by the fact that you can't do anything out of them unless you're like point blank. And even then you only get kind of weak combos. Laura Akuma is probably fair. Akuma probably wins in footsies. I don't know. Laura's neutral's okay. And Akuma dies to a couple correct guesses, which sucks. And Laura has a good ability to catch a teleport, which isn't a huge deal, but it's nice. Most grapplers kind of suck at catching teleports, but Laura's okay. Matchup is aight. It's not so bad. He really went back to Akuma. No punish. I think Laura could have swept that. He went Akuma, Nakali Akuma. He had to confirm there. Medium Tatsu at the very least. Was A-okay. That was a punish on reaction. You can't throw fireballs from that range against Laura with one bar, or else you always risk that she's going to do that. You can't do anything to prevent her from doing that except not throw fireballs at that range. Or throw an EX fireball. That was nice. Oh, wrong combo! He thought his EX knocked he thought his EX fireball was going to knock down. He had the same medium kick there. He could have got a lot of extra damage. Ooh. GG. The XDPs are good to rep in this matchup, but that was a horrible time to do it. It's not so bad, I guess, because now he's reminded 81 Strider that he has a DP, which might be alright in the long run, and he was probably going to lose that round no matter what he does. So by marking himself as a player who cracks, he can maybe use that to help his endgame this round. Yeah, back throw was smart. That was nice. He had a punish there, I think. But he mistimed. Nice. He's using that fear of the DP really well. Oh, there it goes. Shouldn't have canceled the fireball, honestly. That was alright Akuma play, but he couldn't get anything going. Anyone Strider was playing the matchup pretty well. And he was also making good reads. Ooh, look at that. That's meaty. Hard to punish. But I think Mika has a 4-frame, 3-frame crouch jab. Pretty sure. I think it's the crouch jab that's 3 frames. Not the stand jab. It might be both of them. I've seen a bunch of characters that don't do so hot against Guile. Oh, Laura's stand light punch is 3 frames, but I was wondering about Mika. I know but all about Laura's frame data. I'm like the king of Laura frame data. Stand strong is like 6 frame plus 4, I think. Stand medium kick is like 5 frames plus 3. Crouch strong is like 5 frames plus, I forget. I forget what plus it is. You don't usually think out of it. Probably like plus 3 or something. I think it doesn't normally work into super, but on counter hit you can do low strong into super as a link. Stand jab for lower is 3 frames. Stand short is 4. Crouch jab is 4. Crouch short is also 4. Pretty sure. Stand jab is 1 less plus frame than, stand jab is plus 3, I think, and crouch jab is plus 4. I think. Crouch jab, has a chain, couple chains. Yeah, that's what I thought. Make a crouch light punch 3 frame. Where'd all the volume go? Lower stand hard punch is like plus 4. Startup's like 8 frames, I think. Crouch hard punch I think is 7. It's like 1 frame faster, but I forget the exact numbers. Stand hard punch is like plus 4 on hit, I think. Crouch hard punch, I forget. The frame data's not so good on that one. You don't do it. Or if you do it, you cancel it to light elbow or something. Point blank fireballs minus 7 on block. I think it's like neutral on hit. I don't remember. Ooh, that was cool. I know about that, but I've never managed to do it very well in match. Crouch medium kick under a charged hard kick. It's like the correct play. It gives the optimal responses. If you actually block it, VCP reverse is a good thing to do. Hard kick is like -4. On block. I forget the plus frames on hit, but it's like irrelevant. Because you can't do anything with it. On counter hits, crush counter, so you don't need to know it's counter hit frame data. Well, you do, but you know. Wow. What a wonderful world we live in where you can do real Kamehamehas. I'm surprised he didn't get that punish. Was that really spaced enough that crouch jab wasn't a punish? He's better off going for stand jab there. Good lord. 801 Strider cannot be wrong. I don't know what gay guy I saw that looks exactly like 801 Strider. In what fucking body of work. But every time I see 801 Strider, I'm just like, he looks a little gay. I don't mean that in any disparaging way. Oh, nice struggle. Why on earth would he not block that? I can't understand what fucking happened in his head that he wouldn't block that fireball. Mika has like nothing to do there other than block. EX shooting Peach will not work there. He had no super, and super would have been horrible anyway. He was definitely landing into it. He could see it. There was no mix-up. Laura was way too far away. His finger must have slipped. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's neat. I've actually never seen that sequence. I've seen sequences like it though. Jump light kick for the recessed dirt box. Well, I don't know if it's recessed necessarily. I don't think it is. Well, it is compared to jump medium kick anyway. Not compared to an empty jump. I can't see Knuckle even struggling here. 801 Strider's real good. But Knuckle does well against this kind of play. And this is a good matchup. It's not a great matchup, honestly. Laura versus Gal is not so bad. It is in Gal's favor, though. Speaking as a Laura player and a Gal player, Gal wins this. Never seen that particular route. Stand strong, low strong, activate, sweep. It's pretty weird. He probably could have done a flash kick instead of sweeping, but I don't know, the sweep's probably better. Sweep doesn't have great Oki. Nice. Yeah, it's more precise to anti-air, smaller air hitbox. And Laura's nice and small for her jump hard kick. I mean jump light kick. Her jump hard kick's a bit small too, actually. But also its hitbox is small, which is annoying. He took that throw. I'm surprised he wasn't afraid of the towards hard kick. Surprised he took that throw. I'd have gotten tossed there. I would have been like, no, fuck this. Throw me if you must. A throw wouldn't have been that bad there, but a towards hard kick would have been really fucking awful. Would have been crouch jab into a bunch of sonic breaks. Into a corner combo. Whew. That was jump light kick trading with a crouch fierce. Must actually have a reverse start box. I didn't know there were still moves like that in the game. Neat. Everyone bitched so hard about removing Ryu's. They just left Laura's in. This is still winnable for Laura, but it's bad. Damn, imagine if that was a low strong EX Sonic Boom. Or EX Fireball, I mean. EX Thunderclap. That would have ended this. Nice blocking. He had to block like 3 mix-ups there. It didn't look like 3 mix-ups, but it was like 3 mix-ups. The timing of those Sonic breaks hitting was not a true block string, so he had to react to where Guile was for each one. Which was really hard for the middle one. And then the crouch light kick was a mix-up and the throw was a mix-up. Surprised that crouch jab didn't punish. Surprised that was still safe range of stand hard kick. Wonder if stand light kick would have punished. That would be like truly MLG. Recognizing that you need to use stand light kick and then getting stand light kick at the hard flash kick or something. Of all the things I really hate anti-airing in Street Fighter V, I really hate anti-airing Ken's Tatsu. Ken's like regular jump Tatsu. It like destroys me in anti-air that. Nice block. That's not even too risky. Technically Laura can anti-air it with an elbow on reaction, but 1, you'd have to fucking have good reaction. And 2, you can't do a follow-up from the elbow. Even if you do EX or medium elbow, they don't have follow-ups available on airborne opponents. So really, Knuckle was taking basically a non-risk. But just for the record, medium and EX elbow both punish instant overheads from almost the whole cast, including Guile. Oh yeah, because I'm sure gonna crouch jab, wake up. I mean, anti-air. I mean, I know what you're saying. That is a good option. It's shift to crouch block at the last second and throw a jab out. That'll theoretically beat his empty jump attack if he does empty jump attack. And it will also theoretically hit a Tatsu. Or hit before he can do empty jump attack, I should say. But it's a tiny window. Daigo has a very robotic Guile, and Guile is very good when he's robotic. Daigo is actually one of the best Guiles. He's probably the best one after Knuckle. Honestly. I can't think of a better one off the top of my head, but there probably might be one. Can Karine not just EX or Senha the jump Tatsu? Apart from that, she probably has nothing. Stand fierce, stand jab. Don't like either of those against Ken jump and Tatsu. Not even a little bit. Karine is the new Vega of this game, and Vega is something entirely different. Oh, does Ken like go over? That looked like a failed flash kick. It looked like he did a jump instant air light kick. I think he didn't have charge for the flash kick and he tried to flash kick. Yeah, it's such a sit position. when characters have to do that. If your opponent has to spend bar to counter something you can do for free, then as a general rule of thumb, spam that thing. That was hard I left from a bad range. Or it was a bad timing too. It still would have worked at that range if he just did it sooner. If he was any further away, or if he was any quicker, it would have worked. Nice. Oh, this should actually kill. Oh no. On any of the Sonic Booms, he could have just canceled the super. This is still kill. She can't get out of that. That was a well-placed super. If he was closer, that actually would have worked. Laura has an advancing V reversal. So does Ryu. A few characters can get out of that. But if you super from further away than point blank, then even an advancing V reversal can't get out of the way.